everybody. This is Lindsay, aka Rally at Starbase Martinsburg. I will be using an assistant today. It is Tuesday, so we are doing our experiment of the day, and my assistant will be Bond. She's going to help me out. We're going to be making everybody's favorite thing, especially you parents, because we know you love it, but we are going to be making slime. So there's tons of different variations of slime. We're actually going to be doing fluffy slime, and at the end of the video, we'll talk about a couple different things that you can do, and we hope to see you make your own specific slime for us. So I'm going to show you the different ingredients that you will need, and then we'll get started. The first thing that you're going to need is glue, and we'll talk about the amounts whenever we get into it. You will also need baking soda. You will need some water. For our fluffy slime, you're going to need shaving cream. Any type of food dye, so any color, doesn't matter. We chose pink today. And then you also need some contact solution. So contact solution, if nobody wears contacts, it's pretty cheap, maybe like $3 for 2 whole bottles of it. So if you want to make tons and tons and tons of slime. All right, so first thing that we're going to do is we're going to measure out our glue. We need 2/3 cup. Okay, we're going to rewind that.
You're fine.
All right. Now, all right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to measure out our glue. So you will need 2/3 cup. Why am I saying that wrong?
You're fine.
How do I say?
2/3 cup of glue.
That's not right.
A lot of glue.
Yeah.
You're going to need a 2/3 cup. That's right.
Okay, I feel like it sounds wrong. Okay. Beep, backwards. All right, so
I'm not editing this.
That's fine. Okay. But okay, never mind. All right, so the first ingredient that you're gonna need is gonna be glue. So you're gonna need 2/3 cup of glue. And a lot of parents don't like to do slime because it's messy. So we get that. But we're gonna show you a clean way to make it. And we're actually, instead of a bowl, we're gonna use a bag. So you will need a partner or a helper to make it a little bit easier. So we're gonna go ahead and measure our glue. And you will also need a spoon or a spatula, something like that, to get as much of your glue out of your measuring cup as you can. Now, a big thing that you want to do is make sure that you don't get it on the sides of your bag. That's why Bond is opening it as wide as she can. And then I'm going to try to make it so it goes all the way to the bottom of the bag. And then again, you're going to scrape it with your spoon or your spatula. And we don't have safety glasses on. And if you notice, Bond is wearing her safety glasses, and I am not, so I'm going to put those on right now. All right, now once you're done with your glue, your next step is going to be to add your baking soda and your water, and you can add both of those at the same time. You will need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We just already measured ours out to make it a little bit faster. So you're gonna dump that in. Again, try not to get it on the sides of your bag. Make sure that everything goes in there, and then slowly add your water. Perfect. Now, as you'll notice, Bond is closing the bag. If you can find a gallon bag that has the zipper across the top, those work really well, but just make sure that you've closed it all the way. And because we don't have a bowl or a spoon, you're gonna be doing a kind of kneading motion, and holding it halfway up makes it so that the glue or the water can't get past where Bond is holding it. So you'll have to do this for about 30 to 45 seconds. You want it to get really mixed in there.
I feel like that's good.
Looks pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now the next part tends to be everybody's favorite, and that's adding the shaving cream. This is what is gonna make your slime fluffy. So when you do this, you need to make sure that your shaving cream is not runny. So you have to really shake your bottle to make sure that it's gonna be as fluffy as possible. And it says to add 2 to 3 cups. I just do it however much I want. The more you add, the fluffier it's gonna be. So Again, you just want to make sure that it's not watery because then it will make your slime watery as well. Okay. And we're going to start with that. And again, the biggest part is to make sure you get your bag completely closed. And then hold it. And you're going to knead again and get your mixture nice and mixed together.
Take some patience.
Yes, so a big thing with slime is being patient. And if you feel like you want more shaving cream, then you can always add more. I don't know that you can ever add too much. You probably could, and it could explode out of your bag, but
You can't add any more than half a bag just for the purpose of
Yeah.
mixing it well. Might get really messy and ooze out. You don't want to squeeze too hard because it's going to puncture the hole in your bag.
I think that's pretty good. Alrighty, next step is going to be to add your food coloring. With your food coloring, there's no specific amount. If you want it to be lighter, only add a couple drops. If you want it to be darker, you can add 8, 10, 12 drops. So we typically start with 6, and then we go up as we please. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have noticed that with blue tends to stain your hands. So if you do choose blue, just be prepared to have blue hands once it comes out of the bag. So again, close your bag, get as much air out of it as you can, and then you can go ahead and knead it. Add a little more.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add maybe 4 or 5 more drops. You can knead this for about 30 to 45 seconds, but when you get to the last and final step, which we are about to be on, it'll start to mix even more, so. Looks good?
Yeah.
All right, and if you'll notice, Bon kind of takes her fingers and pushes it back down because the last step that we have is to add the contact solution. So you will need 1.5 tablespoons of contact solution. This is, during the slime experiment, this is where you want to be the most patient because if you add too much at once, your slime literally gets slimy and gross. So we're gonna add half of our 1.5 tablespoons. We're gonna close our bag up and then we're gonna knead it a little bit, maybe a minute, and then we'll add the rest. So nice and slow. Add about half. It will seem like nothing's happening at first. So sometimes with a lot of our students, they get discouraged. Mine's not working, nothing's happening. But again, patience. The kneading process at the end probably takes a good 3 to 5 minutes. Now we're gonna open our bag again.
The other half.
And we're gonna add the other half. Get as much air out of it as possible. And then after our second half, we should start to see the shaving cream and the glue start to peel away from the sides of your bag. That's how you know it's activating. If you do choose to add more solution because you feel like it's not working, then just don't add too much, maybe like 2 or 3 drops at a time. Knead and then go from there. Because the more you add, the slimier it's gonna be. And again, patience, because now it is starting to come off of the bag. Now once you get it to a consistency where most of it is coming off of your bag, what you are going to do is you're going to flip your bag inside out. So I'm going to knead it.
Want me to do it?
Sure, you can flip it inside out, and then once you flip it inside out, I will knead it more and we should be good.
Just want to grab it.
Ready? Yep. Now you can put it onto your tabletop and continue to knead it out of the bag, but if you notice, all that sticky residue that you typically get isn't really happening if you look at my tray. So we've pretty much contained it all to that bag. And as we knead it more and more, it's gonna start to come off my fingers. If you want, you can add a little bit more contact solution, and then that'll definitely peel it off of your fingers.
Take a little bit more of it.
Sure, yep. Got it?
You can see it easily sticks to itself.
Yep.
Okay.
So, like I said at the beginning of the video, there's so many different ways that you can make slime. We have used glow-in-the-dark powder. So with that, you just need that powder. You can order it on Amazon, which would just remove the food dye portion. So instead of the food dye, you would add that glow-in-the-dark powder. You can make galaxy slime. You can add glitter. So anything that you want to do, we would love to see your slime. So you can always tag us in it or send it to us on Facebook, and we would love to see it. Blah.